the be-all and end-all in the world of fruitcakes. I was someone who I thought I did not like fruitcake. And I did not like fruitcake until I tried this fruitcake. This is Beatrice Bakery out of the heartland in Nebraska. This is the 1 pound original or chocolate fruitcake, 67% nuts and fruit. Everything that you could possibly love and desire in a fruitcake, including the booze like bourbon and dark rum and brandy, which of course all gets cooked off, but you get that flavor profile, you get that depth, but done in this 1 pound size, kind of like a loaf size, which was a customer request. Serves up to 8 because it's dense, it's thick. You do not need much, like a little goes a long way. It's $24.98. This was just introduced when we launched Christmas in July at the end of June. And since then we've sold 3,100. It ships either the week of October 3rd, November 3rd, or December 1st. And there it is, M135559 and 833 on an easy pay. Marie-Louise Ludwig is back with us with the famous Beatrice, which I have actually traveled across the country with. And I got stopped at TSA and they pulled out my fruitcake. And I was like, it's my fruitcake.
They just wanted it. They just wanted it.
They're like,
That's
what is this? It's like, it's my fruitcake.
Pre-cert, fruitcake, pre-cert. Come on. Is it Beatrice? You're through. You're through. Hey, let's have some fun, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. I've been presenting this for years on QVC with just a small break in between in there. And we started out with David, and I have to say, Julia, I am just so grateful and I'm in awe at the same time by how popular this Beatrice, Nebraska fruitcake has become. But stop for a moment here. Okay, this is what you need to know we do at QVC. Okay, this is probably our most popular. Take one peek at it. It's a 3-pounder and you've loved it. But a lot of you have said, you know what, I love this fruitcake, but 3 pounds is way too much. Can you bring us a loaf? Include the things that we love, like the bourbon, rum, and brandy. Put it in a nice wrapper so it's ready to gift. But make it fresh like the other one. And you know what we said? Yes, we can. Not only can we do it, but we jumped one step ahead of everybody because we knew that once you had this little loaf, you're going to go, oh, rats. I wish they had done it also in chocolate because we love fruit and deep, dark, rich chocolate come together. Look at those pictures. 67% fruit and nuts, still the same. I'm going to tell you everything that goes into it, everything that doesn't, like lemon and orange citron, the things that make it kind of bitter, a bunch of artificial stuff. No. And the bourbon, the rum, and the brandy are baked into both of these fruitcakes the way that you love it. And oh, by the way, we didn't skip on one other thing either. Oh, how about a little bit of this? Butter, butter, butter. Butter, 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 butter. If you're going to go to Beatrice, Nebraska, another company with a recipe that was a grandma's that started over 100 years old, you better stick to the way she did it. And that's what they're doing with this one. So take a peek. You have seen some nice pictures here. Look at this beautiful loaf. Oh my goodness, from start to finish, from top to bottom, all of the nuts on the top are all hand sorted. Each one of them is hand decorated like a personal work of art. Like, oh, that's Nancy. That's the way Nancy decorates. And that's the way Mary decorates over there. We love that. So the original, and then let me show you the chocolate with that deep dark chocolate because fruit and nuts and chocolate. Let me show you the side so you can see that deep, rich, dark chocolate in there. Just a little thing on the bottom to keep everything together. And then we put them in really pretty wrappers. So it's wrapped up quite lovely if you'd like to give them, just like this. A beautiful way to go. But are you ready, Julia? Should we get into the why you should at least try fruitcake story?
Yes, yes, I think we can because we got a lot of minds to change and we're doing it one day at a time in Christmas in July because this is the best.
And by the way, you think that 1 pound loaf isn't going to feed a lot of people? How about 10 to 11 slices?
Oh, that much.
And that's perfect. You know, these are so incredibly pickable. This is the end of the meal. My Italian family did this growing up. This is the end of the meal where all the kids are out running around. The people who ate too much are asleep on the sofa. But that core group of your family, we're all sitting together, picking at fruitcake and having our espressos and our teas. And we love that on there. Okay, but let's do this first. I'm going to show you this. Okay. Do you love all of these ingredients that are in here? Okay, remember, we've got a pure butter batter. We've got that original recipe. Do you love candied, fancy Michigan cherries? Yeah, they're
more than
good.
you'll ever know.
Do you love Do you love candied pineapple? I do. Do
Mm-hmm.
you love pecans
Mm-hmm.
and walnuts and almonds? And look at those ladies go. Our bakers hand decorating all of those cakes, getting them ready for the bake and then the big refrigeration. But let's finish because we're not done. Do you love golden and brown raisins? Yep, we love those too. And could you use just a little bit of an essence once it's baked out of a little bit of bourbon and rum and brandy come together? So when the cake comes out of the wrapper, it's moist and decadent. You pretty much don't know what you want to pick out first, but I highly recommend the cherries.
I always start with the cherries.
It reminds me of my grandma Sisterina's Manhattan. She loved
Oh,
Manhattan, and the
yeah.
bottom always had that cherry soaking in it, and I was always stealing that cherry. So that's
I
a
used to
really
do
good
that to my
memory of
mom.
her.
My mom is not a drinker, except she loves a Manhattan, which is like the strongest drink on the planet. I was like, Mom, she loves it. She goes, I
I know,
want the
right?
cherry. And I
So
don't blame her.
everything you see here on this platter, 67% fruit and nuts goes into each one of these cakes. The bourbon, the rum, and the brandy, if you're saying, well, I really don't want a bunch of alcohol in my cake, may I say, it burns off. It melds with those flavors, but it burns off so you get the essence. So the little ones, if they can have nuts, can have this. To everyone who, in the family can all enjoy a slice of this. What's really incredibly special and what we like to tell everybody this time of year is this. It doesn't finish with the bake. It finishes after a 6-week little hiatus in the refrigerator. 6 weeks it takes for all of these delicious flavors, all of these fruits and nuts and the butter batter and the bourbon, rum, and brandy to come together and say, hey, how you doing? This is fun. This is like a little party here. Let's all get together and make this. It's really, really special. And that's exactly what this is.
So you
Yeah.
have your choice of either the 1 pound loaf of the original or the 1 pound loaf of the chocolate. 67% fruits and nuts, any way that you slice it. And you're gonna wanna slice this up and you're gonna wanna serve this. It's a feast for the eyes to begin with, but really it's a textural experience. It's a flavor explosion. There's so much depth of flavor to these fruitcakes. They are insane. There is a reason that I picked these up and traveled across the country with them in my suitcase to bring to my mother for her holidays.
You have a really good story for yours that I do for mine. My son took a 3-pounder many years ago to a white elephant party on Christmas Eve. Where you get a gift and you're like, oh, I steal that or whatever. Everybody was stealing the fruitcake.
Were they really?
And so every year everybody wanted the fruitcake. Who knew? And I have really made a lot of converts over the years because I think a lot of people they say they don't like fruitcake because they've never tried fruitcakes. This is 1 pound of deliciousness. This is a way for everybody who has thought about trying Beatrice or who loves it and wants to gift maybe just a pound. You're still getting everything we love about our cake. You're still getting 67% fruit and nuts. And what does that mean? Candied Michigan cherries, candied pineapple, 3 different kinds of nuts. You've got almonds, walnuts, and pecans. 2 different kinds of plump, juicy raisins. You've got the traditional brown raisins and the gold raisins in here. All come together with a butter batter. We love that because that butter batter, if you like a little butter batter with your cake, you're in the right place. And then everything mixed together with the bourbon, rum, and brandy. If you choose to go the chocolate route, we add one additional thing, and that is a deep, dark, rich chocolate. Look at the sides of this. Look at the top of this. Every single one of these is going to be unique and special in its own way. But for anyone in your circle, most especially yourself, who loves fresh, crunchy nuts, chewy pineapple and cherries, chewy raisins in there, and then a splash of bourbon, rum, and brandy all come together. So every single bite of this is going to give you something really, really delicious.
Marie Louise, I remember the first time that I tried this fruitcake. I was social host on In the Kitchen with David. I don't know if it was Christmas in July or if it was the holiday time, because that's the only time that we see these. And he was like, have you had this fruitcake? And I was like, no. He says, do you like fruitcake? And I was like, not particularly. And he goes, perfect. You're going to try this live on air. I don't want you to try it when we do our walkthrough. I want you to try this live on air. And I was like, okay. And try it live on air I did, and I was an immediate convert. It's really unlike any other fruitcake that you've ever had. It's how it's supposed to be. It is an old world German recipe, right?
It is, yes, and it's a grandmother's recipe. They actually found it in her trunk up in the attic. I love that she wrote it down. It's a miracle in itself. My grandmother never wrote anything down, ever. She used her hand to measure everything out. But
Love it.
that's the beauty of this. To this day, they're still following that traditional recipe, and that's what sets us apart. There's not a big substitution for a lot of different things in here. It holds true to that original recipe, minus the things that a lot of people really don't like, and that is the lemon peel and the orange peel, because that can add a tinge of bitterness to it. There's no bitter in this cake. It is just sweet and chewy and crunchy and nutty and a little boozy and a lot of buttery, and it's a great way to try this if you never had with the
It's
1
so
pound
good.
loaf.
Yeah, it's a
We're gonna
great
get close 'cause
introductory.
I have a slice here for you from
Okay.
my cake. Let's see
Okay.
if I can do this
Oh, wait,
without.
other way.
No,
There we go. Yeah. Oh, look at those cherries.
Look at that. Oh, I know. That's not even it. Stay here, Julia, because look what I popped off. Look at this. Oh,
Up over
wait
a
a
little
minute.
bit. Oh, there it
I should be able
is.
to go. Oh, there it is. There it is. And you know what? For anyone listening who might have missed out, and again, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to my little place here. Who missed out? Listen, the bourbon and rub and brandy are an important part of this recipe. And if you think that you don't want it in there, you will find that when you get it, that the essences of those flavors, when they have a chance to mellow out and really mix with everything out, they kind of soften it up, but they leave it with just exactly what it needs. Truly.
It's so good. You have to try it. I'm serious.
I know.
Never in
It's
my life did
delicious.
I think I'd be this excited about fruitcake on national television, but I'm telling you that I am this excited about fruitcake on
That's
national
good.
television. That's how good this is. And I love the smaller size. Maybe you're a household of one or a household of two and you just want to have that traditional holiday flavor. It's a perfect size for you. Over 250 have been ordered in our show. It ships either the week of October 13th, November 3rd, or December 1st. It's M135559. It's $8.33 on an easy pay, 67% fruits and nuts, a true show-stopping, gorgeous to look at dessert. You see these whole pieces of all these gorgeous ingredients. It really is special, and it looks so festive too, Marie Louise. I have to say that. It looks festive.
And before I let go here, you can freeze this. It freezes beautifully. I had one in the freezer, I think, for 3 years. I pulled out, gave to my mother-in-law. She loved it. She hates everything. But you can keep it on a shelf for 9 months. Keep it in the wrapper. But before you serve it, put it in the refrigerator. Let it get chilled because it will slice so much better. And then make sure you have a straight edge knife. It's the best way to do it. And
Hot
enjoy.
tips.
Get everybody around that table at Christmas time. They're going to love picking this apart.
They're gonna love it. Oh, it's so good. All right, now 300 orders have been placed. 3 ship dates for you,
Thanks,
October
everybody.
13th, November 3rd, or December 1st, or pick up more than one ship date. Create your own little auto delivery there. It's M135559. Okay.